One of the most talked about and important feature on a smartphone is the camera. It has replaced digital cameras, and with technology getting better day by day, even the smartphones that come in a cheaper price segment have started sporting high quality lenses. Take these three smartphones for example. The Huawei Nova 3E, the Oppo F7 and the Vivo V9 have certainly set a high standard this year, as the devices have caught a lot of the public's eye for the camera. We have all three smartphones with us right now, so we thought why not pick the best one by comparing them side by side. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about the contrast and exposure first. The Oppo F7 certainly stands out from the rest as it has well-balanced exposure level. This has also helped with the contrast, as the pictures from the smartphone look better than the others. The Vivo has decent exposure and sometimes it does well with the contrast. The Nova 3E on the other hand overexposed the pictures just like the Nova 2i, which is why it was really hard for me to determine the contrast level. Let's talk about the details now. The details on the pictures from the Nova 3E are just slightly better than what I found on the Oppo F7. That doesn't necessarily mean Vivo falls short. Check out the details on this picture by the Vivo V9. It's not that bad, right? Another area where the V9 has done quite well is the portrait side of pictures. It has a good smooth edge detection, which is much better than what the F7 and the 3E offer. Both the F7 and the 3E find it hard to detect the edge, as you can see on these pictures themselves. The Oppo F7 did come out on top in the saturation front, as the pictures are well saturated. Now there are times where it fell out from the top, but overall the F7 does quite well here. On the other hand, the V9 and the 3E are similar in terms of saturation, as you can see from the pictures. The color tone is the aspect where I had a major issue with the Vivo V9. The device takes picture with a warm greenish tone. This is clearly visible in all these pictures. This green tint on each and every image is certainly a major disappointment. The Oppo F7 on the other hand captures pictures with a slightly warmer tone, while the Nova 3E does the best job here, as the color tone is near to natural, although it is a bit cooler. The dynamic range certainly stands out in the pictures taken by the Huawei Nova 3E, while the V9 and the F7 are a little bit behind in this aspect. On a side note, you may have already noticed that the Nova 3E has a larger field of view among all the smartphones. The area where many smartphones fail to shine is in the dark environment. We did a photo walk around Basantapur in the evening to test out how the devices fare out, and I can certainly say the Oppo F7 rose above the other two. The noise control is done nicely here, which has resulted in good details in all the pictures. The Vivo V9 and the Huawei Nova 3E meanwhile have similar details and a similar quality overall. However, the Nova 3E tends to take warmer pictures in the evening and the F7 captures cooler pictures. So the color tone is entirely up to your personal preference. The three devices I have here are quite good. The Nova 3E has the better color tone and dynamic range, while the F7 does well in low light and saturation. Even though the V9 was slightly lacking in some of the aspects, it was the standout device during portrait shots. Now, this may be a cliche statement, but I have had a really hard time determining the winner between the Huawei Nova 3E and the Oppo F7. But when we buy a smartphone or use its camera, we need it to perform better in night light as well. So the Oppo F7 takes the crown of this camera comparison, as it is slightly better than the Nova 3E in that department. So there you have it folks, the best of the three. We have plans of the other comparison videos, so make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Until then, this is Anuj signing off.